Greetings, gamers! It is I, Gamer Monster, and today we have some news to go over, and whoo boy, it's some exciting stuff. So let's get right into it, go over the notices, and I'm just going to go one by one down the list here. The first one here is just about known issues, and then of course maintenance, but here we go. So, it looks like Final Fantasy Brave Exvius and War of the Visions are getting together for kind of a combination campaign, each one getting things based off of what we all do here. Basically, how this is going to work for this campaign is there's going to be a daily quest, and as we complete this daily quest, we're going to earn more and more rewards. Here we are, right here. So, at 250,000 quest clears, we're going to get a mobile wallpaper. At 500,000, an animated wallpaper. At 750,000, we're going to get 3 million gil and some large pots. And at 1 million quest clears, we're going to be getting some Visior. It says up to 2,000 Visior in login bonuses. So I'm wondering if this might be one of those things where, it's kind of like a roulette on how much you get each day. But maybe that's just our typical divided up like 200 a day for 10 days. Because it does say it's 10 days there. So that might be all that is. But the biggest news here is not only is Rain coming, but we're getting a global original unit with Fravia. And I'm wondering, because Fravia was a top tier unit in the original Brave Exvius for a long time. I haven't played the original in a while, so I have no idea where she stands right now. I don't know if they enhanced her to buff her up, if she's still good or not, but she was really good for a long time. So maybe we're getting ourselves a nice character here. Either which way, it's still cool to see giving us a global exclusive character like that. We don't really know a whole lot about her, but since she obviously does not have a version in the Japan client. But we do know that we can see here that her main job is going to be Spellblade, which makes sense. And she's going to have Green Mage and White Mage for her sub-jobs. So very magic heavy, as to be expected from a Spellblade character. And her limit burst is going to be Ice Prism. This looks really interesting. Deals large damage, but also then lowers her AP consumption for 3 turns. So, if you have enough AP saved up by using your TP skills, or maybe she could start with a whole bunch and everything, use her limit burst, and then for 3 turns she's going to be able to fire off her big skills in a row without having to worry about running out of AP like a lot of other characters do. That's going to be really cool in and of itself. But obviously we don't know what all her different abilities are going to be just yet, what passives she's going to have, what's her master ability, what's her TMR. Although I would be kind of surprised if her TMR is not her special weapon, Fravia's Needle, which was featured in the original Brave Exvius. But we don't know for sure. We could see maybe they'll offer her Needle in an event or something like that. But in addition to the units, we also have this is the campaign quest right here. You'll be able to earn rewards just from doing it. It is situated so that it's unit level 1, so anybody can play this, get a bunch of rewards, and then of course the JP reward quest is coming back because JP is always good, always good. But here's a big one for me: the Porcelain Tower is coming. This is what I have been waiting for. For those of you who have watched my video on the raid, the Chocolate Flan raid, you'll know that while I like the fact that it was a more difficult content, I really disliked how grindy it was. Grindy stages should be able to be done on auto. Hard, difficult stages should not be grindy, because then you have to play them on manual over and over and over and over again, and that gets really boring really fast. Porcelain Tower, however, is a style of content where it's goal oriented rather than grind oriented. You're trying to beat each stage, and you get the rewards each time you beat a stage, and you're trying to get as high as possible. And from what I've heard about when this came out in the JP version, it was really tough to get all the way to floor 20. So, if they've kept that, don't be surprised if a lot of us can't make it all the way. To be honest, my account probably is not going to be able to make it to the last floor if it's as hard as I've heard. Yeah, I have not been, grinding to the nose on this game since launch. I've been playing. I've been, making sure to do my dailies and all that kind of stuff, but there's still a lot of areas where my units are lacking. And I also concentrated on limited units, and so I don't have a single UR at level 99 yet. I have several at 89, but not at 99, which may or may not make a difference. We'll have to see. But we're also going to be getting some login bonuses. Here's our typical login bonus with 500 Visior, although this one is another one of the ones that's got those select tickets and a rainbow fragment for free, which is cool. I hope they'll even put in a rainbow fragment in the shop as well, but we'll have to see. And then we also have some daily missions that are going to be able to get us Fina and Rain shards. That's pretty cool. And of course, our monthly login bonus is going to update. It's basically the same array of stuff that you're used to, just this time the shards we're going to be getting are for Rain, which will help anybody who's going to be pulling for him. And then the daily purchase bonus is going to be where you're going to get the Fravia shards. Luckily, they have continued to keep the daily purchase at only 60 paid Visior, which is $1 a day rather than the $5 a day, 300. I think they kind of realized that they were getting a lot more people actually purchasing with the 60 rather than the 300. And in addition, we're getting another summon banner here in addition to the new units. And as you can see, this one is a one-time only, but you get 4 guaranteed URs. Both could be characters or vision cards. That's crazy. Which of course means it's probably going to be paid only. And I don't really have any paid Visior laying around, so probably not going to be able to do this. Who knows? Maybe they'll surprise us and let us do it for free, Visior. I don't know. Okay, they also are just they've announced they do have a whole stream that they put up on YouTube that you can watch that has details about everything. But there is one more thing I want to talk about. Here we go. Yep, right here. Global Original Unit Fravia will only be available for this limited period. She's a limited unit. Which is a bit disappointing because all the other Brave Exvius characters are not limited. Like Rain, he's going to be a part of the pool once he's released. But Fravia, they are going and making limited. That means I have a decision to make. Because she's cool and I would really like to get her. But now I have to decide whether or not I can afford to get her. I have been saving up Visior because when the Tactics banner comes back around, I want to have enough to be able to max out Orlando and Ramza, as well as pull for Agrias. So I was looking at needing a minimum of 20,000 Visior in order to max both Ramza and Orlando out, and then have extra on top of that. I'm currently slightly lower than 20,000 because I did go ahead and dip in and get some shards for Odin and Ifrit from the shop that was released recently, since UR Vision cards are hard to come by their shards. But obviously we're going to be having a lot of free Visior coming in. I still haven't even completed all the story yet. So I knew I had enough to get me back up to over 20,000. But if I'm going to pull for Fravia, that's going to dip me down pretty low. And I'm not sure how much more time we have until the Tactics banner comes out. I know we still have Vienna, or I don't know, whatever, the assassin chick. We have her to come out. We're still waiting on Warrior of Light and the Final Fantasy I collab. And we have at least those two, and I can't remember if there's any more before the Tactics banner comes back. So we still have, several weeks here for me to be able to save. But dipping down is still going to hurt a lot. So I'm thinking if I'm going to go for her, I might have to sacrifice being able to max out either Orlando or Ramza. I mean, maybe I'll be able to save back up again. It also depends on how lucky I get on pulling for her too, because that's the whole issue. So I don't know. I'm kind of going back and forth because I really want to have her, but I also really don't want to spend all that Visior. Especially since she's limited and I can't, and I have to get all her shards while she's out. Well, I have a couple days to think it over. What do you guys think? Are you going to be pulling for her? Are you going to be going for our global exclusive? Or are you just going to let her slide by? Maybe you're saving for something important as well. Either way, let me know down in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, why don't you give me a big thumbs up, and who knows, even hit that subscribe button so that you can come back for more content from Gamer Monster. And until next time, Gamer Monster out.